Richard Davies, Extreme Economies, What Life at the World's Margins Can Teach Us About Our Own Future. Welcome to a gripping odyssey through the world's most extreme economies. In Extreme Economies, Richard Davies takes you on an unconventional journey to explore how people in some of the bleakest and most dysfunctional settings build resilience, trust, and social capital to survive and prosper. Davies plunges into the hearts and minds of individuals who defy overwhelming odds, adapting to the most challenging conditions. From tsunami-ravaged Aceh to a Syrian refugee camp in Zaatari, Angola's prison systems, the Darien Gap, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, the author unveils how social dynamics and inventiveness reshape economic landscapes. This brilliant summary combines compassion, emotion, and insight, shedding light on the heartrending lessons we can learn from the extremes of life.
Lessons from Extreme Economies. Economist Richard Davies explores how social capital is crucial for economic dynamism and public allegiance in extreme economies, where corrosive inequality dissolves social ties. With compassion and insight, Davies examines some of the bleakest, most heartrending and dysfunctional economies on the planet, highlighting the importance of trust, reciprocity, and civic engagement among people. His engaging writing style, akin to a novelist, goes beyond just offering data, making the book a compelling read that offers essential lessons. The majority of his examples sadly prove his thesis, emphasizing the need for social capital for economic and social resilience. The heart of economic resilience. In the aftermath of the 2004 tsunami in Aceh, foreign aid rebuilt the town's infrastructure, but it was the resilience of its people that truly led to prosperity. Davies showcases how individuals utilized family ties and informal economic systems to rebuild and start fresh. The human element in response to economic hardship is the focal point of the story, illustrating the importance of community-driven solutions in the face of disaster. Zaatari Miracle Trading Post. In the midst of the Syrian civil war, a refugee camp in Jordan formed the Zaatari Miracle Trading Post. From a population of 200,000, over 1,400 businesses emerged, selling necessities such as clothing and groceries, and even bicycles. Despite the odds, Davies found great hope and a touching inventiveness in this community. Using UN-issued debit cards and e-wallets, they have established a self-sustaining system that nourishes self-respect. More than 60% of the residents have jobs, and the community continues to thrive despite an uncertain future. The thriving hidden economy in Angola's prisons. In Angola's prison, inmates earn a meager 2 cents to 20 cents per hour and must buy almost everything, including their clothes. Tobacco had been the internal currency for a century until it was banned in 2015. However, the urge to build functional markets led to a thriving hidden economy with various jobs, which the old-timers call hustles. Davies reveals that inmates now use prepaid cards to pay for services, including illegal drugs, making the payments untraceable. This underground economy serves as a metaphor for how people adapt to survive in harsh and indifferent regimes, according to Davies. The Troubled Darien Gap. The Darien Gap, a land connection between North and South America, is governed by Panama and Colombia with a rainforest full of gold and timber. In the book, the author describes the area as undeveloped and known only for danger. The residents include ethnic peoples, rebel fighters, and narcotics traffickers, creating a zero-sum capitalism system. Panama's subsidization of teak plantation leads to environmental degradation and the absence of a sustainable logging industry. The author attributes the issues in Darien Gap to governmental short-sightedness and greed. Hopelessness in the Congo. The Democratic Republic of Congo is rich in resources but most of its population lives in poverty. The country's capital, Kinshasa, is the poorest metropolis globally, and its citizens must buy clean water and carry it in plastic bags. The state is deeply corrupt, with a superstructure that works against its people. Most citizens participate in the informal street economy, and survival depends on self-reliance. Davies portrays this as the most hopeless world he encountered as the state's control sustains the entrenched corruption. Estonia's technological transformation. After suffering from economic failures, Estonia turned to technology for its healthcare and education. The citizen ID card enabled people to access public services and open bank accounts, leading to a huge jump in per capita GDP to $22,000 in 2018. Author Jonathan Davies highlights Estonia's successful adaptation and transformation to a tech hub in Tallinn. The Chilean economic miracle. Augusto Pinochet's adoption of the Chicago School's economic policies in 1973 saw a significant reduction of poverty in Chile, earning the country the title of economic miracle. However, author Nick Davies sheds light on the downsides of this model, including the most unequal economy among wealthy nations and a starkly divided school system. Despite the pushback from young Chileans, influential international agencies continue to urge other countries to replicate the Chile model. Davies offers a sobering look at the reality of this economic approach and its consequences for society.
In conclusion, Extreme Economies exposes challenging environments as hotbeds of economic innovation and adaptability. As Richard Davies showcases, individuals faced with extreme circumstances develop unique systems, based on trust and social capital, to overcome overwhelming obstacles. From the bustling informal economy in Congo's chaotic streets to Estonia's technological revolution, and the prison economies of Angola, the book reveals the power of adaptation, self-reliance, and resilient communities. Through heartfelt storytelling, it examines hope and perseverance even amidst the bleakest settings and demonstrates how some of the most marginalized populations can teach the rest of the world about fostering growth, equity, and sustainability. So, buckle up as you dive into the astonishing lessons derived from the world's darkest corners and envision the future of our global economy.